The wealth gap between the ultra-rich and the rest of us is now wider than at any point in modern history. What they do with their money in private is genuinely strange. Here are 12 real habits of the world's wealthiest people that almost nobody talks about. Billionaires almost never carry cash. Most do not even carry wallets. They use private credit lines, family office accounts, or simply have personal assistants who handle any physical transactions. Many have not handled paper money in years. Many ultra-wealthy families have private chefs trained in nutrition science. The chefs design every meal around the family's blood work, sleep data, and DNA testing results. Some hire 2 chefs, one for daytime and one for evening, to optimize hormonal cycles. There is a private aviation network that ultra-wealthy people use to skip every line at every airport in the world. They drive directly to their plane on the tarmac. No security, no check-in, no customs. Total trip time door-to-door is often half of commercial. Most billionaires sleep on custom mattresses worth between $50,000 and over $1 million. The most expensive ones are made of horsehair and hand-stitched over months. Some are climate-controlled and shaped to the owner's body via 3D scanning. Many ultra-wealthy people own homes they have never visited. They acquire properties globally as financial assets, paying staff to maintain them year-round. A single billionaire may legally own 40 or more houses, most of which sit empty. Billionaires hire professional sleep coaches, personal staff members whose entire job is to optimize the quality of their employers' sleep. They control light exposure, room temperature, evening meals, and even handle the bedroom's air quality and humidity. Some billionaires undergo blood transfusions from young donors as a longevity experiment. The procedure has no proven anti-aging benefits according to mainstream science. That has not stopped wealthy clients from paying tens of thousands of dollars per treatment. Private chefs of the ultra-wealthy often sign non-disclosure agreements. The food itself is a status symbol. Specific recipes, dietary protocols, and even the names of suppliers are treated as protected information that could embarrass the family if leaked. Wealthy parents often hire personality consultants for their children. Specialists who analyze a child's temperament and design entire developmental routines, friendships, and activities to shape who they will become as adults. Some start before the child can walk. Billionaire homes have safe rooms with their own water, food supply, air filtration, and satellite communication. Some are buried hundreds of feet underground. Others are connected to escape tunnels leading to private helipads or boat docks. The truly wealthy do not work 9 to 5. They work in bursts. Their schedules involve travel, meetings, and decisions concentrated into intense periods. Then weeks of complete rest, often in remote locations with no internet and no contact with anyone. Most billionaire portraits, biographies, and interviews are written or curated by professional image consultants. Books supposedly authored by them are typically ghost-written. The carefully maintained public persona may have very little to do with who the person actually is. Ultra-wealthy families often have anonymous trusts in multiple countries. The structure is designed so that no single person, including the billionaire themselves, fully knows what the family owns. It protects against lawsuits, divorces, and government investigations. The ultra-wealthy own original art, but most of it never hangs in their homes. Major paintings are stored in climate-controlled vaults in places like Geneva or Singapore. The art exists as a tax-efficient asset class, not as decoration to look at. Personal security teams of the ultra-wealthy include former military and intelligence officers. The annual cost can exceed $5 million per family. Some hire bodyguards who pose as nannies, drivers, or even friends so the protection stays invisible to outsiders. Many wealthy people communicate using burner phones or secure satellite phones that they replace every few weeks. They never use consumer email accounts. Their entire digital footprint is curated by a personal cybersecurity team that handles everything for them. Some ultra-wealthy individuals practice extreme cold exposure as a daily ritual. Custom ice baths kept at exactly 38 degrees Fahrenheit. They believe it boosts longevity, focus, and immunity. Top Silicon Valley executives commonly start every morning this way. Wealthy people increasingly hire futurists, consultants whose job is to advise on what the world will look like 20 years from now. The goal is to identify investment opportunities, political risks, and even physical locations to relocate to before disasters happen. The richest people on Earth donate enormous sums publicly, but pay almost no income tax in proportion to their wealth. Most live off borrowed money against their stock holdings, which is not taxed. This is legal, public, and has been documented in detail by ProPublica. Ultra-wealthy children often grow up around adults whose entire job is to be friendly to them. Nannies, tutors, security, household staff. Many billionaires admit that their kids struggle to form real friendships as adults because everyone they knew growing up was paid. There is a private school in Switzerland that costs over $130,000 per year. It is so exclusive that students are flown in by helicopter. Graduates almost never speak publicly about their time there. The names of attendees are never published. The wealthy do not buy luxury goods at retail. Major brands quietly maintain hidden client lists for billionaires. They access entire collections months before the public, often customized to their preferences, and frequently for prices the average buyer never sees. Comment which one surprised you most. The world of the ultra-rich is its own private economy with its own rules. Subscribe for more deep dives into how the top 1/10 of 1% actually